Time for the ODI team of the year. I'm not doing a T20 team of the year. I thought I'd just say that up front because there's so much franchise cricket. Not all of it is played with the same pressure, the same gravity. You can't assign the same importance to all the performances. And teams don't play their best players all the time in T20 international. So I just thought, nah, that's not a fair team. Whichever team you put together will never be a fair team. So I'm not doing the T20 team of the year. There's a peculiar issue with the ODIs, though. There were so few of them, and there's so many great players who'd walk into every team, but they just did not play enough cricket. So it's a peculiar exercise, this, by the way. So bear with me as I take you through my ODI team of the year. Let's start with the openers. There were two outstanding openers this year. One about whom there was a lot of discussion off the field, but who quietly on the field never stopped scoring runs. And that was Rohit Sharma. So Rohit Sharma, with 650 runs at an average of 50, strike rate of 100, you're not looking beyond Rohit Sharma. But one of my favorite players will accompany him to open the batting. He's also the keeper. Every time I look at Shai Hope play, I think this is a special player. And how come he's not doing a lot more? But this year in ODI cricket, Shai Hope averaged just a shade under 56, scored at just a shade under 100, 670 runs. And I think he'll be a great combination with Rohit Sharma. That fills in the wicket-keeper slot. And sadly, that means the other contender for the wicket-keeper slot, which was Mohammad Rizwan of Pakistan, will have to miss out. There's only one player ever at number 3. Over the last many years, you sit down to make an ODI team of the year, and there will only be one name at number 3, unless he didn't play, which didn't happen. Virat Kohli made 651 runs at an average of 65, a strike rate of 96. And by the end of the year, he was just going around. He was laughing. He was having fun. He was chilled out. He was doing interviews. I enjoyed doing that one with him. That was one of my moments of the year as well. But he was playing like he always does. So Virat Kohli is number 3 in my ODI team of the year. At number 4, slightly out of position because he batted at 3, but he's perfectly capable of batting at number 4, was Joe Root. He made 808 runs from 15 games, 57.7, striking at 95.5. And that meant Rachin Ravindra, who had a pretty good year himself. But you look at the numbers for Joe Root and you say, yeah, it's got to be Joe Root. So that's my top 4. Each of them, if you notice, averages over 50, some over 60, and all score at a very good strike rate. And that means that my numbers 5 and 6 have to be multi-dimensional players. Most likely, they've got to have the ability to get on with it with a lineup like that. But the way modern ODI cricket is played, you've got to be both dashers and controllers at 5 and 6. And I thought I had 2 very good candidates. I've been hearing a lot about Matthew Britska. And then I saw him play this year, and you could only be impressed. He's a quirky player. He's got all the shots, but I think he's got the ability to compose an innings too. So Matthew Britska, 706 runs from 12 innings, 64, striking at 96 is my number 5. At number 6, I want someone who can contribute with the ball a little bit. If he's great in the field, that's fantastic. But do I need someone who'll give me a little bit of seam up, or do I need someone who bowls a little bit of spin? That was what determined my choice at number 6. If I didn't have Joe Root in the side already, I might have looked at a spin bowling option there, and the standout player there was Salman Agha. I've said this so many times before. I think Salman Agha is a big player who will break out some point. This year in ODIs, he did that. But there's just something that's holding him back. I don't know. It'd be presumptuous of me to offer reasons for it. And so my number 6 is Daryl Mitchell of New Zealand. He scored 761 runs. He averaged 50. It's some batting side this that we picked. Struck at 86. But I do know that if it comes to it, as teams have often discovered, he can go big too. So those are my top 6. A little tricky because now I need someone who can bat at number 7. And this year, there was someone who just said, you know what, you looked at me as a spin bowler all along. He batted beautifully this year. That's not the reason he's in the side. He's in the side because he's a fantastic spin bowler. Mitch Santner is my number 7. 17 matches, 25 wickets. Economy just about 4.5. He can give you wickets. He can close and end up. and he batted beautifully this year. So Mitch Santner at number 7. Now 8, 9, 10, 11 is tricky because I need 3 quicks and a spinner. And I looked at the numbers. There's not a lot of one-day cricket, as I said, but there was one name that stood out. A bowler that's troubled India all the time. India just look at Matt Henry and say, man, how come you're not like this with everybody else all the time? And he'll show you the numbers and he'll say, I played only 13 games, but I took 31 wickets. So, wow, Matt Henry, well done at an economy rate of 5.16. And Matt Henry can handle himself with the bat, but 8, 9, 10, 11 is in no particular order. So, Matt Henry is one of the bowlers. I love the next bowler that I've picked. He only played 9 games, but for sheer impact that he can create, and he can swing his bat at the end, but that's irrelevant. For sheer impact, Jofra Archer is really tough to beat. 18 wickets, several times players are just playing him out. Jofra Archer is my number 9. Maybe the bat's at number 8, as I said, 8, 9, 10, 11, doesn't matter. So Jofra Archer it is as my second fast bowler, my third fast bowler, and I'll be very honest, it was very tempting to look at Harshit Rana. 11 matches, 20 wickets in big games. He produced some very good performances. But then I looked at some other numbers and I said, I need someone to bowl behind the new ball. And there's a player that I've talked about very often with my dear friend Ian Bishop, and that is Jayden Seales. I looked at Jayden Seales, 27 wickets, the best strike rate in the year among all those that played, taking a wicket every 3 overs. And that meant that Harshit Rana, Jacob Duffy of New Zealand, I had to look beyond them and look at Jayden Seales as my third seamer, which gives me now some options for my spin bowling role. I'm looking at Abrar Ahmed of Pakistan, who I thought had a really good year, 18 wickets. There's Wanindu Hasaranga. I always wonder about Hasaranga. I look at him and I think he should make every team. There's always a little something about Hasaranga that I don't understand, even though he took 18 wickets at 4.69. But I thought in this setup, I wanted someone you could look at and say, can he suddenly give me 3 or 4 wickets through the middle? And that is why my spin bowler is Kuldeep Yadav. Kuldeep Yadav had 19 wickets from 11 games, went at about 5.3, but just has that great wicket-taking skill about him. So here you are then. This is my side. The batting is so deep, all the way down to the top 6 are just fantastic. Santner can bat, Archer, Henry can bat. It doesn't matter. My bowlers are all wicket-taking bowlers, and I'm pretty happy with the ODI side that I picked in a year that really didn't have that much to offer, with players like Marco Jansen, with players like Jasprit Bumrah, with players like Travis Head. So there was not a lot to choose. That this is the team of the year, not the team of the best ODI players. Cheers.
So thank you for watching and do subscribe to this channel.